This includes countries in Africa, European countries, and even definitely a majority of Indians. So yes, that's one thing. But there's one change. I am not currently employed in Flipkart. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is Satyam Singh on the Asian Guy. It's been a really long time since I've posted on YouTube, so welcome back and sorry. So it's almost been 14 months since I've passed out from college, including the 5 months internship that I did. I almost have 19 months of work experience. So even though that's not a huge sample space, but it kind of gives me a fair understanding of what I learned in college, what helped and what did not. So stay tuned. I think this video would be really helpful for people who are in the penultimate year or in the final year, maybe placed or preparing for placements. So stay tuned, and let me assure you that my life after college has been very dynamic, which was very unexpected. So I think you'll definitely enjoy this. See you in the video. So back in June of 2021, I had 3 offers in my hand. Firstly was an admit to INSEAD's Masters in Management program. Second, a PPO offer from Flipkart. And third, a startup in the admissions consulting space. So since I had gotten a good head start in my career and I loved doing operations at Flipkart, I decided to let go of INSEAD and rather focus on my career on the earlier part of it, and then rather go do an MBA later. So like tuning in 14 months ahead, I still have my admissions consulting startup that I passionately follow, and it has helped me mentor more than 100 students from across the globe. This includes countries in Africa, European countries, and even definitely a majority of Indians. So yes, that's one thing. But there's one change. I am not currently employed in Flipkart. I work for Schindler. Schindler is a Swiss MNC that works in the vertical transportation space. So when I mean vertical transportation, I mean elevators and escalators. So we basically elevate people. And again, it's been 10 months at Schindler. It's been a really exciting journey. And also I have a very interesting story of how I got into Schindler from Flipkart, because I wasn't actively looking for a switch, but then something's happened, and I think that's destiny. And I think that kind of shows the power of networking for a B school. So now that I've finally spoken about a B school, so I would also like to break news that I've got an admit to the Indian School of Business for their MBA program. So this is a deferred MBA program that gives me the flexibility of having a 20-month work experience and then going and pursuing an MBA. So the whole reasoning and rationale behind that is it really helps you like achieve more out of your MBA if you have some prior work experience. So since I am so passionate about operations, I do a similar role at Schindler where I again handle operations, but this operations is more P&L driven in comparison to Flipkart. So yes, my plan is to work at Schindler and after that go pursue an MBA at Indian School of Business. So this is like a general view and life update. So some of my life learnings from a rather short stint in the professional world would be, I would say you don't actually work for a company, you rather work for your leaders or your direct managers and a few levels above, because these are the people you mostly interact with. And then just getting a good feel of personality and the individuals you work under helps you be more passionate about your work. So that's number one. Number two would be, many of us pass out from college and we get into roles where some of our peers may be like 5, 10, 15 years elder than us. So I've been into such situations. My suggestion is be yourself, be original. But then when I say be original, I don't mean be ignorant and inobservant of their feelings and emotions. Respect that and be polite, gentle, because you're very new in the system. These are the people, these 5, 10, 15 years experienced people who are going to help you learn more, understand what your workplace stands for, and then eventually thrive in it. I think that's like the end goal. And finally, be very polite and very helpful initially when you enter the workplace, because I would definitely not recommend being very competitive at the start, because initially if you are very competitive, you may get an upper hand once or twice, but eventually you won't have that team bonding and you'll be suffering at many ends, because a good team can get you out of bad work, a bad boss. So now coming to the next part of the video. In this part, I'm gonna share some tips and pieces of advice for the college students who are stepping into the professional world. So I think the type of job that you end up with basically depends on two fronts. One is the count and the other one is the quality. And when I say count, I mean the academics, these grades that really help you, and some achievements. So when I talk about achievements, it could be count of the number of hackathons you've won or number of MUNs you've got special mentions or rewards in. So that's one thing. The other aspect is the quality of experience that you have before entering into the professional world. So for example, my experience working with teams like in the NGO or my startup or even international hackathon, where there was such a cultural diversity that I saw. I think all these experiences really helped me to understand and tune into team dynamics rather easily, and then like building on the team dynamics, help lead the team. So I think this is a skill that really helped me. So like from start of my professional journey, I have been a people manager at Flipkart. I had a direct and indirect reporting of around 100 people. At Schindler, it's in the likes of say like 10 to 15. Although these are more skilled people in comparison to Flipkart, where they were mostly non-skilled workers who were taught basic like working and stuff like that. So yes, let's not get into the details. These experiences were the good things. Now, something that I did in college that I would not recommend any one of you to do is procrastination. Thinking that I have 4 years, that's like approximately 365 days. So 3 4s are 120 days and 6 4s are 24. That's around 1440 days. So not thinking that you have 1440 days, so you have a lot of time to do everything. These 1400 days, these odd 1500 days go up rather really fast. So like be at your A game from your very first semester. Keep exploring, keep doing new stuff, all the while managing academics, because let me bust the myth that academics is also really important. It's not just your extracurriculars that's gonna like set you apart. It's actually your academics with good extracurriculars that's gonna set you apart. But generally, the majority of the people struggle in maintaining a good like balance between academics and extracurriculars. If you master this, you master college. So I think this would be my master advice for everything. I hope you found the video helpful, and stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to share more details about how I ended up at Schindler, how did I get into ISB, some tips and suggestions for the students who are going to apply for ISB next year from Vellore Institute of Technology, or for that matter any other engineering college or a graduate school. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.